Happy Wednesday. I'm Julie Tam, managing broker of LYN Realty in Houston. Thank you so much for joining me and the wasps that are on site as usual, eating the mud for Smarter Real Estate weekly on Wednesdays. This is part of my series, Building My Dream Home, and we are here at our new construction site. And it's very exciting because things have really progressed. We are framed all the way up to the roof at this point, and I can take you upstairs for a tour of the second floor. But we'll start this morning in the garage because I want to show you this. We haven't taken a look at it from this angle before. As you can see, they've still got some of the framing in progress and things stacked up everywhere in terms of the wood, but you can really see those concrete steps now, and all the framing all around it, right up all the way to the very top. If you look up there, that's going to be the bottom of the second floor. As you know, this garage is 2 stories tall. It's this garage level plus the height of the first floor. Okay. All right. So let's head up the stairs. Now, one thing I do want to mention is when you're at a new construction site, there are so many hazards. Like at any moment, right? These papers could slip. So you don't want to be running up the stairs. You want to take slow steps. I'm going to give you some tips along the way, not just tour this house. And also for not only if you're looking at a new construction site, but if you're building your own home, what to look for. See this? I could be so focused on not stepping on something like a nail sticking up, and puncturing my shoe that I might end up hitting my head. So you definitely want to look, all around. Before you head up a set of stairs or go through a room, go ahead and assess what's coming up, what's going to be on the floor, what's going to be on the sides, jutting out, what's going to be overhead, and then proceed up, okay? So yeah, look at this. I mean, there's like a zillion nails sticking out there. All right, so I'm going to climb through here and end up in our mud room. So taking you through the house kind of in the back way because I wanted to show you the garage and also show you the view that we're going to be seeing as we come and open the door to our visitors. But before we get up there, I want to show you something over in the kitchen. All right, so today I've got my measuring tape and our floor plan. What we've been doing is checking the framing for accuracy. So as they finished framing, we're checking every measurement. If you are building a home, okay, someone's building a home for you and you've got a floor plan and you want to know that you're getting what you're paying for, whether it's semi-custom, custom, or even just a spec house and the builder is giving you a floor plan, I suggest that you personally go through the home and take measurements like this. You want to measure the width of each window, the height of each window, the distance from the wall to the window, for example, the height of the ceiling, the height of each door, the dimension of every room wall to wall to make sure everything is accurate. Because when we came through to do that, we didn't catch a lot of mistakes, so that was a good thing. They're on track. But we did catch a few, including, for example, this kitchen window. It used to be over here. They had placed it in the wrong place, and we caught that, and now they've corrected it and moved it back this way. There were also a couple of windows in the front rooms that were slightly off in size, and so we got those fixed. And when I say slightly, I mean like a foot off, okay? If they're just off by like an inch or something, that's really not that big of a deal in the grand scheme of things, unless something in the design element is so critical that it has to be that precise. All right, and here we're looking at this foyer. It just looks so beautiful right now with the light all streaming in. We will have windows and of course glass doors, and so you'll see a lot of the light. It won't be quite as bright as this because obviously right now the walls are not in, but you can see here, this front door here is 9 foot 4 inches. Well, that's what the plan has it, but I think when we measured it, it actually turned into like about 9'6", which is close enough. And so now this was another thing they had to correct because they had the door a little bit too short, and so we got that higher. The other thing too is sometimes when the drafter is drafting the floor plan, they also can make mistakes. For example, when they originally drew the door on the floor plan, it was basically going to be higher than the floor of the second floor, which obviously is not going to be possible, not physically possible. So we had to get that fixed on the floor plan, and then that way the framer could frame it correctly here on site. Okay, as you can see, we've got still temporary stairs, the wooden stairs going down. So that's going to come later when they put up the actual concrete stairs. But for now, we can see that the interior stairs are in. So for quite a couple of weeks, they did not have this built yet. So it was just completely, open. Nobody could go up the stairs. What they had was a ladder leaning up against the wood and very precariously and scary to go up. And I did not even want to go up. My husband went up, but I was like, I'm going to wait until they actually have stairs like this. And so Here we are. Another important thing to measure is the height of these stairs. This is called the rise. Okay, so you want to know that they are consistent, every step the same. Whenever you have a stair step, sometimes in older homes this happened, where one of the steps, for example, the very top step was just a little bit higher than the rest of the steps, then you would trip on them because your body has muscle memory. You're used to taking a step at a time, and once you scale a staircase, your body becomes familiar with just how high each step is. So you know what that feels like to take each step. So then all of a sudden, when there's a higher step and your body's taking a smaller step, you're going to trip and kick your shoe against the step. Welcome to the second floor. All right, I'm going to take you through room by room and show you, give you a little tour. You really get a sense when you stand right here, just doing a 360 and kind of looking around. This is going to be stair railing, like the iron railing. So you're going to be able to see down, and I say you as if you live here. I will be able to see down. We will be able to see down. If you come over and stay with us, you'll be able to see down. They're really nice and open where you can see the stairs, the foyer, and even, into a couple of those front rooms, the right one being the dining, the left one being the study, seeing the front door. And then look up across right here on our level, the second floor. What's in front of us is a fun balcony that I'll show you how it will be accessed in a minute. But so there's just a lot of connection. And the one goal that I've always wanted, especially, and my husband as well, is we wanted a home where the first and second floors really felt connected. We really didn't like, some homes, especially in neighborhoods like this where the land is expensive. So you want to really maximize the square footage in the home, where it would just be stacked like first and second floor. And basically you'd have the whole second floor just, over the first floor, and the stairs would just go up and you just get lost in the second floor and there'd be no more connection. You couldn't see down to the first floor from the second floor because all you had as far as the opening was the stairs going up. We didn't like that. But of course, when you have it extremely open, then you lose square footage, right? Because all this open area here on the second floor, you can't build anything. But we were able to do this in a way that had the staircase feel so open and nice. When you come in the front door, you really see it. And then you come up and you are able to stay connected and just see the first floor when you are on the second floor and vice versa. Okay, before I keep talking, let's go ahead and take a look at the second floor here. So I'm going to maneuver my way through all these stacks of wood and and ladder to take you into the game room. Obviously, things like this are not going to be here. They're just putting this here for support and however they're trying to structure things here. So the game room, okay, really nice and large. And as you can see, vaulted ceiling that's going to go up to about 13 feet or so. Originally on the plan, it was going to be 12 feet only, but as the builder came out here and they worked on it, discovered that it was actually going to end up being higher. So that was a nice little bonus. I'm not going to complain for extra square footage, just if I'm shortchanged, right? Okay, so we'll head back out into the hallway where we'll find two closets. Let's see here. One of them being on the left here. This is going to be the AV closet. As an audio visual, all your the equipment and things like that need to be in there kind of as a central hub to control all the different multimedia and low voltage elements in the home. And then over here is this grand, magnificent closet that we can store so much stuff in right near the game room off the second floor hallway. I mean, look at this. It's huge. So this will be nice. We can put games and other, items of storage here that's going to be easy for us to access up here. And then this is the door into the laundry room. So we're going to have the washer and dryer up against this wall, side by side like this. And then this is going to be a nice open area. Here is going to be a countertop. Starting to sweat here. It's really hot today. And a sink for us to wash clothes, and a nice little window to give some light and be able to look out. And then we'll have space along here to perhaps put an ironing board, because that would make sense in the laundry room. All right, let's scoot over. There are some what we would call voids, little spaces where there's nothing. If you look at the back of the closet, for example, I'll come back in here. This is where there's going to be some AC ductwork. So there's a couple of other spots up here that are like that. Okay. The other thing you want to spot and look for too, is there any wasted space? As you see in the closet space, right? Like ductwork, great. We need to have that going, in a hidden place. But is there sort of a hidden section where there's nothing in there that you're like, well, that wasn't properly drawn on the plan. We need to go ahead and expand the closet into that space to be able to use that and have that usable space, because you don't want dead space just behind the wall where there's nothing there at all. That's just wasted square footage. Okay. What is this? Oh, you know what? I meant to go the other way, but it's okay. We'll just go this way. This is part of the guest suite. And this is the bathroom. So the sink, the vanity is going to be here. Toilet is going to be in this corner here. And the shower, glass shower, step-in shower is going to be here. And we chose to have the shower only in this bathroom because it's good to have a secondary bathroom in your house, if you have enough bathrooms where you can do this with, that has a shower only and no tub. Especially with the aging population, people are tending to have parents live with them, for example, or they may be aging themselves. They want to be able to step into the shower easily because that threshold is going to be very low rather than stepping over the side of a tub that's going to be, a couple of feet high, a little bit harder for someone who's, aging, for example. So that's a good resale point, even if you don't have that personally as an issue. And if you don't need a tub for one of your secondaries, it's a great place to go ahead and just put a shower only. All right, come on in here. Here's another, oh, you know what? Never mind. That's the toilet. Here is the void. Here is where more AC ductwork is going to go right here. And we're entering the guest bedroom. So the guests are going to have a really nice large bedroom with a huge window up front. And that's going to be a fixed window. And then the side window is what they call EQ sash. That opens. It's going to have two glass panels, one at the top, one at the bottom, and the middle is going to be, where the window can be raised up and down. You've got the latch right there, okay? The guest closet is mighty large too. You've got a nice walk-in closet for guests, and hopefully if anybody stays with us for a long time, they can just fill it up with their stuff, their clothes. They can put their suitcases, duffel bags, whatever they want to bring. Okay, here is a fun element. Here is the balcony, the interior balcony. So I'm going to give credit to my husband for coming up with this idea. So this, again, adds further connection between the upstairs and the downstairs. Because if this wasn't here, this would just be an open area of like unused space, right? Of course, then you would have a higher ceiling at this point, which is over the front door. But the high ceiling is going to come right after you come into the front door anyway. You still have this 2-story ceiling in the middle of the foyer. But yeah, this is a really nice large space. It's almost like the size of half of a small bedroom in a smaller home. And so we're going to have, I don't know if we're going to have a railing yet or some glass or something over here to where, Shay and his friends or cousins or whatever can be up here and play and have just the connection where they can go back and forth between two rooms, the guest bedroom and then his suite. Shay is our 3-year-old son. And this is going to be probably his playroom. And this is a normal bedroom. So it's a large size bedroom, and he's got a big window at the front too, just like the guest does. And of course, a window on the side that's openable. The fixed window cannot be opened. The openable window is necessary in every bedroom, every room actually of the house for fire escapes, for safety requirements. All right. So, here is a closet. And now here's a fun thing that happened. This is a linen closet, okay, for this bedroom. And originally, this floor in here was going to come up several inches because we were going to make the ceiling clearance a little bit higher below. What's below? It is the staircase. So as people are coming up the stairs, it was going to be, I think, about 7'4" was going to be the height of that ceiling. But now it's only 7 feet. But you know what? We have never had any 7-footers come to visit us at our home. So I think it's going to be okay. There's not many people who are 7 feet tall. And if they are, they can just duck down a little bit and come up the stairs so they don't hit their head. This is the large, I'm sorry, no, that's not it. This is, it's very confusing when you're looking at a house that's just framed because you don't have walls and perspective. So you have to kind of remember where things are. This is a nice large walk-in closet for this playroom. If it does turn into the playroom, then he'll have a lot of toys and supplies and things filed away in there. Now we'll enter the bath that's shared. This is a full bath. We're going to have 2 different vanities, one right here, one sink, and then another one on this side. So shared between these 2 bedrooms, which is a nice feature. A lot of times when families have kids, then they have, the shared bathroom. And then when you step in here, this is going to be the toilet and then a tub shower. So remember how I showed you in the guest bath, there was just the shower. Well, it's good to have a tub and another secondary bath because, again, for kids, then they can use that to bathe. All right, and then coming in here, this is another bedroom, which presumably is going to be Shay's bedroom. I say presumably because, we have these things planned out and stuff, but sometimes, things may change depending on how we want to arrange his things and what makes more sense. And then this is the big, nice walk-in closet for his bedroom. He's got two windows up here, one off the bathroom, and then one right behind there. All right, let's come back through here, down this hall of his room. I imagine that this hallway, even though it's not really great livable space, hallways are not great because you don't, put furniture. They're, more narrow, so it's not really usable space. But you can use the walls nicely, say for like photos, for example. I can't think of any other creative way at this moment, but with kids, they can use the hallway and kind of create their own little world in a way, as long as it's safe, in terms of being able to access the door to their bedroom. Okay, we will finish off in the master suite as kind of our grand finale, I guess. So we'll come in here. There's going to be double French doors leading into the master bedroom. And this ceiling is the height of the game room ceiling. So it pops up all the way to about 13 feet or so. And this is the master bedroom. So nice and large, 1, 2, 3, 4 windows going across the back there. Windows being very close together, very little sheetrock space in between them or trim in between. The reason that looks really nice is that way you have a much cleaner, unobstructed view. If you have the windows spread out too much and there's a lot of sheetrock in between, then you're kind of like breaking up the view behind your house. I mean, the view behind our house is not the greatest. It's just another house. But if you were living like on a lake or something where you had a nicer view, then that would make a difference. Okay, so let me swing back around and take you into the master bath. I say master, but I think the politically correct term that just came about recently is the primary, or we also call it the owners. Yes, owners back here, his and hers sinks in our case. In yours it might be hers and hers or his and his or whatnot. But in ours, it will be his on the side and hers on this side. So hers is going to be a little bit wider, but there's also going to be linen cabinets that are shared between my husband and me. And then over here is going to be a large freestanding tub. And then here's an error that they need to fix. The shower is actually smaller than the plan shows. So they're going to actually have to widen the shower. That's just a little mistake to correct, because this is leading into the master closet, and this little entryway to the master is way too wide. It's really hard to use that space when you cannot put rods there. And then really, what are you going to put, like suitcases along the sides? Kind of looks ugly as a entrance to your closet. Okay, so right in here is a little bit of an alcove or a niche outside of the water closet. So here we're going to have linen cabinets and drawers for storage. And then stepping in here is going to be our fabulous Toto bidet toilet sitting right here. And then I don't remember if it's on the plan. Actually, I can take a look right now. Yeah, there's going to be cabinets for more supplies above the toilet. There's going to be a window right there. So it's, good and spacious for us to sit on our throne. Okay, let me go back over and show you the master closet, because it is huge and fabulous. All right, so come on in. Here it is. So so once this entrance is just narrowed a little bit, I think it's supposed to be like about a foot or so narrower, then you're going to come into this entire space. Okay, so we can just kind of pan around and show. Yeah, I mean, finally my clothes will not have to be mashed up against each other in the closet as they are now. We can spread them out a little bit. They'll have some breathing room, to go all around. There is a little section right here that's inset a little bit to take advantage of the extra space that we have. So then more rod will come around, and we'll be able to put, suitcases and different things. Probably, I don't know if we're going to put suitcases in here. Maybe. All right. So yes, that's it. I guess while I'm closing out, let's show a view of the roof. We might actually even need to come out into the master bedroom to see a better view of it. But it just looks really cool from here, because you can see the attic space up above and then all the way to the roof. So you can kind of show from one side of the house all the way to the other what that looks like. And I want to thank you so much for watching this week, Smarter Real Estate Weekly on Wednesdays. Please don't hesitate to give me feedback by commenting or messaging. Any ideas for future videos you want to see, questions, suggestions, any feedback at all. And I do hope you will like this video if you found it interesting and or helpful with advice for you. And just don't forget, measure, 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 check everything, because once they put the sheetrock in and start putting, like the plumbing and the wiring behind the walls and all that stuff, it's just going to make it so much harder to correct. So catch mistakes early. Once each phase is finished, framing, and then the next step, with the exterior materials put on, then with the behind the wall wiring, then the sheetrock. After each step, you need to find any errors and go ahead and present them to the builder and have them corrected, okay? All right, I hope you'll subscribe so you don't miss an episode on YouTube and Facebook. And I will see you again for a future episode of Smarter Real Estate, where I take you on my real estate adventures and arm you with smarter strategies to be a smarter seller, buyer, tenant, or landlord. Thanks and have a great week.